Is anybody tuned in here? Welcome back to my show. No one's here yet. It's only been a minute. But yeah, this is what my title is going to be about, guys. I'm going to be making rice. Okay, this is the end of my bag of rice. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been trash day. There's a lot of BS that has been going on, guys. I'm going to try to keep it positive vibes type stuff. I mean, nothing truly bad. I really have nothing truly to be really unhappy with. But there's just a lot of little things that we are not going to talk about. We're going to talk about making my rice, okay? This rice has been sitting out for a day and a half, and it's also the very end of the bag of my old rice, okay? And so it's really stale. It's like lost all its fragrance, especially since I've left it out. I'll say, even though it's lost all its fragrance and smell and everything, this still, in my opinion, smells and tastes better than Uncle Ben's rice. I have only eaten that once in my life, and it was really by necessity. Okay, but I would rather eat like some kind of wild multi-grain rice or basmati rice, or even brown rice, or even parboiled brown rice. Actually tastes better than something about Uncle Ben's, guys. I'm just not a fan of it. So this is actually 7 cups, which I'm gonna actually remove one of the cups while I'm making the rice. Okay, what I'm saying is, if you guys know how I make my rice, I always use 6 cups, and then I fill it up to the 5-cup line. Okay, I like my rice really dry, and I'm at this point right now where there's a complete texture difference when we cook the rice. Okay, and anyway, so it's really dirty. I'm gonna be cleaning up. I'm gonna try to be talking. I kind of made the videos so that I can just talk while I do this stuff. You guys are gonna see why do I wear gloves. Okay, one, because I was kind of happy. Some people, they voted on this thing. It's I take really good care, right? I like to think that I do good care of my hands and stuff. I don't do manicures and stuff, but I just did them last night. It takes like an hour, guys. And not only with just doing the cutting, the cuticles, and cleaning, it's like a maintenance all in between that is just insane. And again, we're talking about all this random stuff, okay? But my feet, and I'm not sure if it's living up here in cold, or maybe I stand a lot more or something. I think it definitely just, your skin changes when you're older. But man, my feet, I used to laugh at, okay, I have a lot of black friends, right? And black people, they never like having their skin being ashy, okay? And Asian people, our skin is not as bad, but it's a very similar type of ashiness that develops. And what I want to say is, when I use lotion and do not use lotion, my skin literally changes colors, guys. It's really crazy. So anyways, what I'm saying is I have to do that with my feet. And man, it's just been such an absolute chore. And I have some really funny cooking stuff that I wanted to do. I'm not going to do it today, okay? But, these are Bible lessons, and I think there's what's up, James Dean OJ? I saw there was a lot of people that tuned in, and then a lot of people tuned out, okay? Because God, I'll just tell you, I'm really just going to be talking a lot, okay? And I cook really slow. That's kind of the point, okay? But what I want to talk about is, one of the Bible lessons, and this is like one of the non-Jesus parables that I'm just really fascinated with, is the cleaning of the feet and rubbing of olive oil. And what I'm saying is that is no joke. That is an absolute secret. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like when I'm cooking and stuff, and I have excess stuff, I know my feet are clean, I know my house is clean, and my hands are clean, and I have different methods for the bread. What I'm saying is, if you cover, a lot of people, we don't have bread boxes anymore. And the reason we don't use bread boxes so much anymore is because we have the refrigerator and we have Tupperware and whatnot. But one of my tips on extending the life of bread, and this is keeping the bread from getting stale and molding, most importantly, is, and I'm not talking about sandwich bread, which you guys, I never buy sandwich loafed bread in plastic. If my bread has touched plastic, I will not eat that, okay? If you guys watch all my live streams, you guys know I really dislike people touching my food. and there is a necessity of a certain amount of hands going through, even just with your produce. But what I'm saying is I'm just trying to minimize that, okay? And you guys watch a lot of my past live streams where I just kind of like went off. You know, I really don't. I'm against Uber and that whole COVID-19 thing with just ordering food was disgusting. Okay, absolutely effing disgusting. So what's up, people? Some Red Timer, Casey, Anio. So welcome to my live streams. I haven't been live in a while, guys. That's kind of why I'm going live now. I really wanted to talk. We're gonna talk about a lot of music stuff, guys. I got so much cool stuff, and I'm gonna hold out. Okay, it's gonna be at the end. So if you guys want to take a nap and come back, okay, that's how long it's gonna take before I even start talking about the music stuff. Okay. But what I wanted to say was, with the olive oil, you rub it on the bread, okay? And I'm talking about fresh baked loaf bread, it's best to put on the bottom and then rub it from the top. And you use all your hands, and then you put it in 2 plastic bags. That's the secret, 2 plastic bags, and that will last forever, okay? And it will never ever mold, okay? That's my tip. And what I'm saying is, after that, you take, okay, I guess you might see me do here. I don't have any bread to prepare. I did that like Monday or something. I bought 2 loaves of French bread, whatever. So, but the thing is you take that excess olive oil and you rub it wherever, on your elbows and your knees. I'm just saying, I rub it on my feet. And I know that's nasty. That's why I'm not doing it on camera, or I'm not gonna do it. But I just watched this TikTok of this lady like scratching her feet, eating and stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, before you go to bed and whatever you're doing your routine with, I'm telling you, use olive oil on your feet. And that has been a game changer for me. I've tried everything, and really the best moisturizing thing long term, both for my hair and skin and elbows and feet, has been what black people use for their hair. Okay, and I really like this thing called Indian hemp right now, because it's got like over 30 essential oils and everything, and kind of after the oils, they're volatile. The smells are volatile, so that's why they like lose smell. They oxidize, and so after they oxidize, it's straight up just petroleum jelly. But I apply it often, and I think it smells nice compared to all the other ones. Like I'll say other ones may work really well still, but I just don't like the smells. So anyways. That's a little bit about the olive oil. And so I do have to clean a little bit, okay? I want to show you some shit that I use right here, guys, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. This is kind of just extra. I have a lot of this because I'm telling you, when I'm doing stuff, this works all the time. But it's basically this kind of stuff, like hair food, and I'm not using it for my hair, guys. See, I'm not even taking a lot. I take a little bit. I'm putting it on my hands. I'm telling you, especially when you're doing dishes and stuff in car work or whatever, my skin is really, really, really dry too. That's the other thing. It's it's has to do with skin type and whatever. And anyways, it's like my cuticles are already kind of hurting because I like have not been moisturizing them since I cut them last night. And that's what I'm saying. That's why do I wear these gloves? Is for all this stuff. So anyways, look. So I put the glove on. And because I'm about to do some dishes, okay? That's why I'm wearing gloves. And then I'm actually gonna double glove because I got a bigger dish thing. But this is just like, while I have to keep moving my hands in and out of water, and also it keeps your hands, especially when you're working with garlic. Okay, I really could probably get away with washing it, but again, I'm trying to prevent washing my hands and drying them out a lot. But garlic is a terrible thing that just absorbs into your skin. I'll just say, everyone knows I used to cook. Okay, that was one of my jobs. I used to cook for a long time, and man, when you were just prepping, garlic is a tedious thing, man. And depending on your restaurant, I had one restaurant where we got it pre-peeled, and while that works, my opinion on that is it's nasty. It's like, all that pre-peeled garlic, it doesn't matter if you're buying it like with a huge pound or like just a couple ounces, it just goes bad. Garlic, you keep it by the clove, man, it lasts months. Okay, it may not be as juicy full, but you can still cut it and use it, and it'll just dry out, it'll just shrivel. Okay, so we're gonna move the camera a little bit. So I'm gonna do some dishes. We're gonna talk. So I got a Victrola. Okay, if you guys followed me in the past or whatever, I had a Victrola that I got for free, which I already knew it didn't work. This is why these people give it away for free. But everything minus the the playing mechanism was pretty like 8 out of 10. You know, it wasn't perfect, but when you see a lot of these that people are trying to give away, they're really beat up. They can get really beat up. And so to have one where you don't need to do any refinishing except just spray it down with some furniture polish and fill in a couple scratches, and then plus more importantly, the part that opens up, you know, they all have this little thing to like amplify the sound. That wasn't broken or anything. That was all the fabric was there. So anyways, but I can't use it. And I guess the playing mechanisms are a little bit different among brands. Okay, so this one I got for free, it wasn't a huge, like an expensive one. I'll say even in nice working order and in good condition, I'd say probably it's only like $200 to $500. Okay, so but the one I have now, guys, is legit, like extremely nice. It's a Columbia graphophone, and you can look these up. The cheapest one that's crappy is like $500, and then ones that are all in good working order are like $1,000+. So that's what I have, and I plan to. I have a lot of 78s, guys. And I'll just tell you the big one that I want to do. I believe I have this record here. Oh, I actually have two of them. I have a couple of the complete 78s of Rachmaninoff playing all those concertos, but like the best one is the fourth. I have like all the records and the booklet, and so I wanted to do a wind up thing. We do all the sides. I'm gonna like use my audio recorder so the audio is good. Then I have him also playing the whole third concerto on 78, and then I have some of him playing the second concerto. I don't know which recording it is, because he recorded that one like more than once or whatever. Then I just got a lot of other random stuff that I don't have here. One of them that I'll bring up that I want to record, or I'll just tell you some key ones, is I have Godowski, the complete Godowski, playing all the Chopin nocturnes on 78. And it's like in mint condition. Absolutely, I wouldn't let. I think I've said this before on live stream. I wouldn't let this set go for anything less than $1,000. People think I'm fucking crazy or whatever. I'm telling you, that's what it's worth. So if you really want that, it's $1,000, and I'll sell it to you. But anyways, I'm going to record a video of that because I have it's 13 records. Okay, I have all 13 records. Perfect, absolutely like unplayed condition. Okay, then I have Horowitz playing the Liszt Sonata on 78. Okay, then I have Egon Petrie playing all the Chopin 24 preludes. I have Stravinsky conducting his symphony in 3 movements on 78. I have think of my other ones that was really big. I'll say those are the big ones. The Rachmaninoff ones are the ones that I want to do, and then the Horowitz, Liszt Sonata. I have some Courteau. I got some Charlie Parker 78s. I got a lot of Ella Fitzgerald. I got a lot of Duke Ellington 78s. I got a couple Fats Dominoes 78s. I have Art Tatum 78s. I have some really expensive jazz records, actually, guys. Like one of my jazz records is like $3,000. Guys, it's like, I forget what it is, but I know it's the second volume, the first volume of this whole set, which went 200 sets. Okay, each set was like 3 or 4 records. Okay, the first one I remember was, because I looked it up, it's Thelonious Monk. Okay, the second one is what I have, and they're all numbered. Okay, and I forget what it is. I want to say it was like Gary Mulligan, something like that. But I looked it up. This record is like $1,000, and it's numbered. My number is like number 240 or something like that. Okay. So, but when it comes to 33 RPMs, guys, I have an ass ton. And if you guys just like, I mean, that's what we were going to talk about. I've picked up so many like very specific records, you know, since my last live stream that I haven't even talked about. Well, you know, I'll show you some now, okay? I got them like laying here. If you guys like remember, all my shit is just like laying out everywhere. Okay. So, but I want to show you some this real quick. Okay. I got a new, not a new, but another. I'm telling you, birdhouses, guys. Birdhouses, they always go bad, and so I'm always just looking for birdhouses. Okay. I have outside right now. I probably have like 15 birdhouses. Okay. And not in addition to the feeders. And what I'm saying is they deteriorate and the wood warps. Okay. So, you know, when I see this for $5, you know, this is an awesome birdhouse. Okay, so first, okay, yo, man, we got some good shit. Okay, so I picked these up, guys. I picked these up a while back. Okay, I think I picked these up at the end of March. Okay, so again, this is like when a music person passes away or their collection gets donated, it's very clear. Okay, so and this is what happened. I bought all these full price. Okay, which is still really cheap considering, you know, I remember just trying for a single CD paying 18 to 25 bucks. Okay, so when I can get all these CDs for super cheap, and again, Sony PlayStation guys, you know, I may not be like gaming in a seat and have all that stuff, and you know, I'm pretty outdated honestly with the gaming, but I like to watch it. Okay, I love watching people play new video games and stuff, and so what I'm saying is they're outdating the physical discs, and so I collect. I still collect a lot of physical discs. I got a bunch of Wii games too. Okay, so anyways, but here we go. I got Vladimir Ashkenazy with Ishtok Perlman playing all the Beethoven trios. Okay, and these are CD box sets is what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's kind of, I mean that one I just got it just because to be honest, I'm not really a fan of it. Okay, so I mean it's just I have it for reference. Okay. And that's the only time I'm ever going to listen to that is for reference, okay? So, but then I have here, I've just never heard about this guy, but it's Claude Frank playing all the Beethoven sonatas. Okay, this is like 10 CDs, guys, okay? So I'm going to listen to that because listening to complete Beethoven cycles is something I've done. So every single Beethoven cycle that has been done from complete, like Richard Good, you know, I've listened to every single recording, you know, and I forget, I want to say like Claudio Rao has recorded like all the Beethoven concertos like 5 times or something. I've listened to every single Rao recording, okay? I've heard every single Rao recording. I've heard every single Horowitz recording. I've heard every single Rachmaninoff recording. I've heard every single Cortot recording. You know, when it comes to these great pianists, I have heard every single recording, including their piano rolls, okay? So anyways, now, if you guys have noticed on my channel, I'm a real big fan of Andre Schiff. I'm always posting his stuff, and I love his discussions. So that's why I'm always posting, and I was real excited to get this. This is a younger version of him playing the well-tempered clavier, which I'm definitely going to listen to this, okay? So I'm definitely going to listen. And okay, this is like the greatest parts, man, and I was like, oh my, this is the gold part, okay? I got all these Glenn Gould box sets, okay? This is Glenn Gould playing. I've heard every single Glenn Gould recording, by the way, too. Okay, so I've heard all these recordings already. But so I got Glenn Gould playing all the English suites right here. That's the big one for this one is the English suites. Then this is Glenn Gould playing all the toccatas and inventions. Okay, out of the 3 that I got, this is probably my favorite. And I've had a lot of comments. If you guys follow my channels, you guys have seen that I've explored a lot of the miscellaneous Bach works, okay, and that's why I like this one because these toccatas, not the inventions so much, but the toccatas are really miscellaneous type Bach works, okay. Some of them also have contested authorship, whatever, and the most recent one that I really like, and I please check out my recording of it. It's only got like 100 views, so I know no one listened to it. You know, but I recorded both the toccata and the fugue. You know, I don't just only do for these works just like the toccata parts. You know, with the easy parts. You know. So, anyways, what I'm saying is the toccata C minor BWV 916 or 919. Okay. So, and anyway, so that's some CDs that I got right here. Okay. Now, the next thing up, I'm going to show you these DVDs and Wii games. Okay, and I have a lot more, but this is just what's sitting in my kitchen. I kind of just have stacked right here. Okay, this is actually like a lot of Wii games, okay? So we're just gonna kind of go off the top. It's kind of a mixed match of stuff. Oh, okay, this is effing sweet, okay? If you guys know, uh, I'm a fan of Arthur Rubinstein. I've heard every Rubinstein recording, okay? There was a like a Rubinstein box set. It's like 200 CDs. It's ridiculous. Like 98 volumes. Each volume's like 2 CDs. I've heard every single recording. I've listened to them all the way from beginning to end. I've heard every single recording. So I've already heard all these, but it's nice. I have them on CD. Okay. Now I'm a Lion King fan. Okay, I got Lion King 1.5. Okay, I see people tuning in, tuning out. Okay, I got a Hannah Montana DVD. Okay. I just thought it was funny. I like Disney Channel stuff, okay? So I watch a lot of Disney Channel stuff. Now here's the games, okay? I got Uncharted 3 for PS3, okay? And this is Drake's Fortune. I think it's like a. Actually, I think people said it was a decent like what do you call it, like chapter of the story or whatever. So anyways, I got it, okay? I got this. This is cool. I got Nerf for Wii, okay? And again, this is what I'm saying. Like the Wii games. Man, these are hard to find, guys. Wii games, people be wanting money for, especially for GameCube, actually. But what I'm saying is Wii is getting there, especially now since they've discontinued. That's how it's going to be now. The games are changing. Okay, so this is I collect old PC games too because I have a Pentium 4 computer too. Actually, it's here. I'm not going to pull it out, but I have a number of different computers, all for the different years, okay? And I'm not interested in computers that I'm interested in Windows 3.1 and higher, okay? So, there's very few just straight up DOS games that I want a system for. All those DOS games you can play on all the other ones. So, but what I'm saying is like specific Windows games. Like the biggest one is Simpsons Hit and Run. It's like you have to have in Far Cry, the original Far Cry, you have to have just an original OS, and that's the best way to play it. That's why I want it to play Far Cry. And if you guys saw my old past streams, I couldn't get it to work. I tried all the dumb patches. I could not get Far Cry to work, and that was a really a huge disappointment. And the whole reason why I stopped live streaming, video game type stuff is because I wanted to do Far Cry. Okay. So I got Operation Mania. Okay, this is sealed for the PC. Okay. Then I got Star Wars Force Unleashed for the Wii. Okay. And this one I really want to play this. I got Cruisin'. Okay, for the Wii. Okay, I love Legos and DC Comics and whatever Avengers. So I got this for the Wii. Okay, then I got Star Wars Complete Saga. I really like these Star Wars games, guys. The Star Wars Legos. Okay, and this is interesting because I have not played it. Rayman, Raving Rabbids, because I've played all the original Raymans, so that's like the offshoot or something. Okay, then I got this Tom and Jerry DVD. You guys know I like cartoons. I especially like Tom and Jerry, and just in a nutshell, I like cartoons and stuff is because everything about it, especially the music, is so much more original than any sitcom with crappy jokes. Okay, so I'm trying to collect all the Marios too. I have probably like eight or nine different random Mario DVDs. And then I also like these old cartoons, and I'm really interested in these cartoon collections that have like hours and hours. Like I look on the back, if the DVD or especially VHS is like only like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I will only buy it if it's just like I really need to have it in my collection. But I prefer to go to look for like tapes that have like, tapes have 6 hours, so that's 6 hours. Now, lastly, okay, now we're gonna get to my records of what I have sitting here. Okay, so it's not too many records here, guys. But these two top ones, I just got these like yesterday or something. If you follow my Instagram, you saw it on my Instagram. Okay, but I got this Jose Iturbi. He's just kind of, so I want to make this comment about it. All these pieces are just straight up like introduction classical pieces. Like every single classical pianist is going to know every single one of these pieces from beginning to end, you know, without ever, you know, there's what I'm saying. But what I wanted to say about the pianist though is, but when he plays it, all the pieces sound different. And that's why I like this pianist. And if you guys know a little bit about him, he had a sister as well. I forget. I'm sorry, I forgot her name. But a couple months ago, I got like 2 or 3 of her records as well, and her records are a lot more rare than the brother. Okay, and her playing is fantastic too. By the way, guys, because a lot of these records, I you know, when you're looking at them, you YouTube them to hear it if you can have a YouTube recording. So this is pretty sweet. Okay, a lot of these are just my favorite works, so I don't necessarily care about the performance. I just want different recordings of the same works so that I can listen to them all the way through. If you guys followed me a few years ago, I attended a complete performance of Daphne and Chloe, the full ballet with the full orchestra and full chorus. Okay, this work requires an enormous ensemble. I don't want to say orchestra, ensemble to pull off, and it's really long. It's like an hour long. Okay, but man, it was just so, to hear it live in person. And by the way, I was there for both the rehearsal and the performance. Okay, so it was just very cool. So you guys know I'm a fan of Peter Nero, so I'm trying to collect a lot of his records. So this was just one I didn't have. And also a lot of times with these records, even if I know I have them, or especially with VHS tapes, I'll buy them again because they'll break, or you'll have a better copy or whatever. So this is just another work that I really like. So I just collect a lot of different recordings, and particularly this one, I liked the artwork, but it's the Scherzo. And if you guys did or didn't know, or you know, if you have or haven't listened, you know, some people, if people who have listened to it, they know. But in my grand suite for solo piano, you know, only 2 of the works in there are non-original melodies. And what it is, they're paraphrases on one, the 24th Caprice of Paganini, and then one, the Flight of the Bumblebee. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is I'm just saying what the little twist that makes mine unique, you know, or at least I hope at least people appreciate about it, is that when you listen to everybody's arrangement of Flight of the Bumblebee, it's essentially they've only utilized that singular Flight of the Bumblebee melody. But if you listen to Scherzo, it opens, you know, there's themes for everything. Everybody has themes. And one of the themes is that bum ba da 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 da. And so in my arrangement of Flight of the Bumblebee, for the absolute climax of the piece before it ends, like Chopin Opus 10 number 2, the same exact style, you know, there's so many little things. If I put Fur Elise in there too, but I put that in there. I put Scherzo in there, okay, and you hear it for like 5 seconds. Okay, you hear it one time, absolutely one time. Okay, so anyways, here's another composer I really like, and I guess there's a small percentage of earlier music on my channel. I'd just like to say, you know, in the future there's going to be a lot more. You know, I'll just say, especially with CPE Bach, I'm going to record a lot of works by him. Okay, and especially I'm going to record the one that Hamlin has recently, you know, kind of played. You know. By the way, I got to hear him play that live too. Okay, and if you guys, you guys follow me, I've seen Hamlin like literally 10 times. Okay, so I really consider that like a I don't know, like a convenient gift, because you know, I get to hear a lot of great pianists just here in Cleveland. Okay, they all come through here. Liberace. Okay, if you guys know. So I removed the video. I don't know. I might make it public again, but I'm just saying I took it from some other thing, just like everybody else. That's why I removed it. But Liberace playing Mazeppa, and so I love Liberace, guys. I'm a huge Liberace fan. I don't care what you say. I love Liberace. Okay. So, anyways, Isaac Stern. Okay, and a little bit about this. You know, I'll just say overall I really like Isaac Stern's playing, but more so the thing about Isaac Stern with me personally is he's the first violinist that I ever really listened to, and I forget why. I want to say something has to do, like he's really associated with Texas or something like that. So anyways, so a lot of the very first recordings of all violin works I ever listened to, I listened to Isaac Stern. Okay, and then I remember when he died, you know, and I'll just say I prefer a lot of. I don't want to say I prefer other, but I'll just say I listen to a lot of other violinists now But what I'm saying is when it comes to like my first time hearing a lot of works, it was Isaac Stern. Okay. So now this is, I love, so up here in Cleveland, guys, and I've been looking for records my whole life, okay? And both north and south, and there's an extreme difference. What I'm trying to say is, up here in Cleveland, man, you find, especially with the 78s, all these Polish and polka. That's, I don't know if I made a poll about it. Sorry, the sun's like literally coming straight in my face. I'm gonna put up this thing real quick. So, but the thing is because when I'm there, when I'm at the stores, it's like, look, I have like, I'm not trying to spend an extreme amount of money and buy every single thing in sight. I say like, look, I'm gonna spend like $5 or $10, and I try to mix and match the best of the taste of what I can find and put it together. And so while there may be a lot of foreign music, if you guys like saw, like, the reason I'm not playing music now, I had an Indian stream too. I got all these Indian cassettes, is because even that Indian stuff, I played like 5 seconds of that Indian stuff, and like I immediately got copyright striked on everything. Okay, on every single video, on every single song, it was insane. Okay, so I'm just saying. So even this, I'm pretty sure this would probably still get copyright. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, this guys, sorry, one of these. Okay, this next one. Okay, this next one. Man, I cannot wait to listen to this. I promise this recording is, I know it's not on YouTube, and I just cannot wait to listen to this. Actually, like, now I forgot I had it, okay? So, but this is just some Hungarian stuff. So it's like a bunch of Hungarian stuff. I mean, it's like literally all Hungarian. This is what it is. It's Brahms, all the Brahms Hungarian dances played by a true gypsy band, okay? All the Brahms, and that's what I'm saying. I can't even imagine how it's gonna sound, is what I'm trying to say. So my cat is always here. Say hi. They're kind of hungry, so that's something I gotta do too. But what I'm saying is in my opinion, okay, all the arrangements of the Brahms Hungarian dances, except for like the ones Brahms did himself, are terrible. Okay, and then Schifra's arrangements, but like everybody else's are just like terrible, and it doesn't matter if it's one piano or two piano. Okay, they just, in my opinion, they're terrible. Okay, so anyways, that's why I am so excited. What I'm trying to say is the Brahms Hungarian dances are not like the Dvorak Slavonic dances, which sound amazing. Okay, in my opinion, the arrangements sound amazing. Okay, so here you go. You guys know I'm a Rubinstein fan. Okay, so I just got that. Okay. Now I got this one because this was interesting. This is Leonard Panario, but it's like not one of his like popular albums. This is like him playing some legit like real stuff. The Arinsky piano trio, and then there's more important, this Martinu. So I've recorded the Martinu work, the Molto Perpetuo, on my channel. There's no recording of it, only mine, and only I have played it. Okay, but anyways, interestingly, this composer, because I read up about him, this composer has a lot of piano music that's like super duper hard, and it sounds good, just no one plays it. Okay, they play all his other stuff. Okay, here's another one. And I got this one for the cover, but also going to listen to. But it's Rachmaninoff Symphonic Dances. And by the way, I'm missing a lot of concerts here. Okay, I miss Garrick Olson playing the Rachmaninoff First Concerto. Okay, then I'm missing out on Lang Lang on his recital. Then I'm missing out, okay, on the Symphonic Dances too. Okay, and then also I'm missing out on that Baptiste guy. There's two reasons. One, I just can't afford it, and then it's too far in the date. And then it's at Blossom, and you guys know I refuse to listen to serious music outside of a concert hall. Okay, and anyway, so here's another favorite work. Okay, Sibelius Symphony No. 2. Okay, and I collect a lot of recordings of this. I love this work. Okay, and here's another work. Another guy who you're going to see a lot of stuff, and I'll just say yes, I'm not a fan of harpsichord. You guys know how I feel about harpsichord, but I'll still listen to this. This is some Telemann, okay? Telemann 6 harpsichord sonatas. They're all like 8 to 9 minutes long. Okay, so I was trying to read a little bit about the. There's really no defining factors of which sonatas they are. So okay. So we are gonna get cooking, guys. I'm gonna put this stuff up, and I don't know how long we've been streaming. You know, I'm surprised my mouth. I'm surprised my mouth is not dry. Okay, I need to do some dishes. So, but that's what I wanted to show you. Okay, is those records. And I'll just say definitely. Okay, if you guys stick around long enough, or again come back, we are going to use my Victrola. It works. And I'm going to clean it. You're going to see me clean it too. Okay, I'll just say I'm gonna use it, but a big part of it is just going to be me cleaning it. Okay, and trying to figure it out, wiping it down. But I have like 1,078s. Okay, and you know, but I want to be clear. Out of those 1,078s, I would say only like 100 or 80 are 78s I want to listen to all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I have Rachmaninoff playing his piano concertos, some of his piano concertos on 78, and it's just something I've been wanting to do. I'm not going to make the video now. You'll see it now. I mean, I guess you'll see it a number of times, but I'll do it privately. But I want to make a video. You're going to see it on my channel, a video of the 4th piano concerto on 78. You know, I'll try to do my best to capture the audio and stuff. I'll definitely enhance it a little bit. But I don't know if I'll make a sheet music. I think it just be like a video. It's just going to be like a video of the actual unit spinning, you know. So, and that's how I want it to be. So I got some dishes here we got to do. Feed my cats. I'm gonna make some tea. I really need it right now. And my mouth is really parched. So let me think. So I tuned a pretty nice piano today, and what I mean by nice is it was a one piano owner, and just like cars, guys, a piano that only had one owner its whole life for 50 years, man, they're completely different, absolutely different, guys. They feel brand new still, even when they're like well played, they feel brand new. Okay, and that's only with one-time owners that have kept them in good conditions, is what I'm saying. So anyways, that's what this was, and the lady really didn't play it at all. It took a long time to tune, guys, because it just hasn't been tuned in so many years. So but she was happy. I was glad she was happy. I didn't take a video of it, so there's like not going to be a video. You know, sometimes I'll just say the videos when I'm recording, like myself and posting, it's like those people already have taken videos. So a lot, like I'd say more than half the people's pianos I tune, guys, like when I'm done, they like everyone is like taking videos and stuff. So, which is absolutely necessary, because I'll just say it's absolutely necessary in my opinion, for a piano tuner to also be a good piano player or a decent piano player. You know, because there's no way you're gonna like work it in and get everything like equilibrated and balanced without playing it. Okay, between the tunings and stuff, and so especially when the piano is not in regulation. You know, okay, that's what I'm trying to say. It has to be played. There's no way, or you're gonna tune it, give it a tuning, and you're gonna leave, and then they're gonna call you back right away and be like, the piano sounds like ass, you know. So, and then you're gonna have to drive back out there and tune it again. So yeah, I gotta quiet it. I don't have a lot of dishes, guys, Not as much as last time, okay? But I mean, I have enough dishes right now. I really, and this shit really needs to get done. It's like I'm not about to cook rice without having my sinks like ready to go to do the cooking. So let me think about what else has been going on. So something else. I made it through the whole Godowski piano sonata. Okay, I think if you guys go on my Instagram or something or TikTok, one of those, you'll see that I mean I literally analyzed the whole sonata. So I just didn't post it. Okay, but I posted one page of my analysis on like Instagram or something, and it's just used as a cover page. So it's like immediately when you click it, it's like it disappears. But that was something that I was doing, and at least with the first movement, I'll just say for me, and I know people have different opinions and stuff too, but like same thing with the Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. The best movement for me is the first, you know, and the first movement is the only one that's like pianistic and sonata form. The Beethoven is what I'm saying. And yes, okay, I'm one of the, like, literally, when you guys look at how many recordings of the list Beethoven symphonies there are, it's like less than like 8 or whatever. I'm like, so, and I have an attempted exploration of it. So anyways, but what I wanted to say about that is the first movement is the best, in my opinion. You know, the whole Ode to Joy part, like, and if you guys, you know, part of my beliefs and stuff, like, I'm not a fan of the human voice, you know, and it's just in my music, it'll be there, okay, sometimes, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like we're way far past the human voice, okay, and in my opinion, the human voice it may be convenient, and it's definitely expressive. I'm not denying the expressive aspect of the human voice. I'm just trying to also show the other side how it's also limited, you know, and that's why, and I don't like it, you know. I think it's terrible. Anyway, so that's about that. So anyways, but yeah, the Godowski piano sonata is what I'm saying is so there's a fugue on Bach, the BACH notes or B natural notes, and you know, it's funny if you're familiar with like most famously, like more so like the Liszt one, okay, again, which I recorded, Fantasy and Fugue on Bach, okay, and just listen how everybody plays the beginning. Everybody plays the beginning exactly effing the same, you know, the bum 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 bum. You know, I played it so maestoso, exactly how it should be, okay, and then I also extended the climax before the introduction of the diminished triads that which descend, okay. Or tritones, which descend, excuse me. Anyways, but what I'm saying is Godowski, the way he uses that motif is I honestly, I never caught it. I never caught it until I saw it like written in there that, oh, this is a fugue upon that Bach motive. And then I looked at it more closely. And the reason why I didn't get it and why I didn't notice it and why I thought it was clever is because, like, unlike, you know, I'll just say a lot of people have used it, okay, but Liszt is like the best example, okay. His is very straightforward, you know, with both the fantasy part and the fugue part when he gives you the notes, okay. In the fugue part, he gives you in groups of 2, and then in the fantasy part, he just straight up just gives it to you like a subject. It's very, very clear. And in the Godowski, the first 4 notes, they comprise of a syncopated motif, which the Bach motif is only like 25% of the motif. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't recognize it, because it's only the opening notes of like the opening part of the motif is the Bach motif, okay? And then he extends it, okay? In my opinion, like the subject is so difficult. It's syncopated and it's really, really chromatic. Okay, naturally, because of the Bach motif is really chromatic to begin with. But again, when you see what he adds for the remaining 75% of the motif after he introduces the Bach motif. I mean, it's nice, it's melodic, but I'll just be straight up. Again, I've played every single fugue of Bach. I've played almost every single work of Bach. Okay, and again, that's why earlier in my live stream I talked about the Glenn Gould, is because like all those miscellaneous works are like the true like development of like you're seeing Bach. And I have so many different things, that the Lauten work, there's so many things that everybody has understood incorrectly, both in the institution and mainly guitarists, but also keyboardists, more importantly, and harpsichordists. Okay, this has to do with why I dislike the harpsichord. Bach disliked the harpsichord. Okay, so anyways, but what I'm saying is all these miscellaneous fugues, they're completely different than anything you find in the well-tempered clavier or even the toccatas. The toccatas are so straightforward; they're all the same. They all start out with a toccata, and then it's just like well, no, okay, the toccatas themselves are different. Okay, they're very different. Okay, but the way that the fugue starts, it always is like a separate like track. You could like do a separate track on the CD. Now these miscellaneous works, the fugues and everything, they like come and go. That's what I'm trying to say. You never ever see that in any of the 48 preludes and fugues of the well-tempered clavier. Okay, so that's why I've studied those, and they're so different. Okay, and forget where I was kind of going with that, but it's some good talk because I'm just saying, this is, like I said, it's music talk, and that's what I was interested in. And the Godowski fugue, yes. So what I'm saying is, so I'm aware of every single fugue subject that Bach ever came up with. Okay, just like my most recent post, I have played every single etude of, or no, I'm not saying, I've just tried it. I've tried to read through it, every single etude of Liszt. So I know all their melodies and stuff. And when that Caleb fugue I really put it in there, there's only 57. That really isn't that much. It's like almost like a Ravel thing. Again, Ravel has less than 57 total piano works. Okay. And I made another comment about that in one of my posts. But anyways, what I'm saying is the Godowski subject is way more difficult than any fugue that Bach ever did. That's my point. Okay. And the other thing about my other point about that too is the reason why I'm only going to do the first movement is because while I like all the other movements like the scherzo and which was kind of interesting, but like the fugue actually, it's like a very very small part of the whole sonata. Like when you compare the fugue, and that's what I'm trying to say. He does not use the fugue in I'll just say, interestingly, it's just one of the very few things I thought that the Godowski has done very different. And no one has ever talked about this. And look, no one's watching. No one cares about this shit. Whatever. I said it. And I said it first. Okay. But Godowski's use of the fugue is completely different than what was used in both the Baroque and also classical and Czerny type of fugue, and even the Brahms type of fugue. It's absolutely different. And that's what I'm trying to say. He does not use it as a climactic function of the work at all. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not going to record the later works. Like I this is my opinion about the work. That almost like the Beethoven Ninth Symphony. Why only like the first movement? There's no cohesiveness between all the movements. So it's like each movement in itself can be performed and appreciated in itself. There's no defining reason why any particular movement should or shouldn't be followed by any other previous movement. And so I know that sounds fucking terrible, but that's my criticism, and I feel that's a very logical. It's a very logical criticism. Okay, and I just explained why it was logical. And if you have to ask me why again, then just rewind, because I can't believe people leave me comments and ask me that. It's like, look, can you not read? Okay, so anyways, I don't have it under my hands anymore. Okay, and so it's not going to come up soon. But what I'm saying is, the Godowski, the first movement, the piano sonata, it will be on my channel. Okay, and there's only like 3 recordings of this piano sonata, guys. Okay, official. I think there's like there may be uploaded performances of it, but officially on CD, there's only 3. It's like it was Hamlin, Scarabacov or whatever, and then some other guy, a more recent guy. 3 recordings. That's it. So I think that's crazy. You know, just I don't know. I don't know. There seems to be an extreme like divide between like true art and then just public art, if that makes sense. You know, like the symphony and the city is not going to make money if they have pianists. You know, even if they want to, and the piano, whatever, playing all this other stuff, the public doesn't want to see that. The public wants, again, this is why I don't go to Blossom. The public wants to just go and sit around with their babies and drink beers and wine and fart and stand in line for a stinky bathroom for like 45 minutes, you know, and hear like just the most cliche of cliches, you know, out in public or in non-concert hall. So oh, and then not only is it way out there, man, the parking is terrible. Like I've been there more than once, okay, to Blossom. I'm talking about outdoor concerts. But the second that they end the first note, I do not even you know, this is not typical of me, but this is what I'm saying why I don't, because I don't want to be this kind of person that goes to the concerts and does that kind of thing. But if I don't, then it's such a huge waste of time. What I'm trying to say is the second that they hit the last note on the last piece that they're going to play, I dip the F out. And you got to run out there and be the first person to leave. Okay? And if you're not, you're going to be waiting like an hour and a half. Just for all these people to slowly walk with their babies and their toddlers and old people with their canes and tripping on this, throw this away, and then all these people just still trying to use the bathroom too. That's the other thing. If you have to use the bathroom, it's like, man, you better use that fast too, because look, you're going to wait in line for the bathroom and then wait in line again and be at for your car. It's like, no, man, you better be lucky you're a dude and you can just piss on a bottle. Because that's what you should do. You should just run to your car, piss on a bottle. And anyways, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens when I go there. I have to leave right away, okay? And that's the thing. Look, that location, too, it's like an hour and a half away from my house, too. So it's like, look, I'm trying to leave. The concert ends at 10:30. I got to wait an hour and a half, so I'm not leaving the parking lot until midnight. And then I still got to drive an hour and a half back at home. It's a complete waste of time. That's why I don't go there, okay? Like, I really, you know, if you guys didn't know, I can like ride my bike to Severance Hall. That's how close I live to the symphony, and I live right across from a church too. And these are like key things, and I live really close to the water. These are like some key things that I had to have. You know, I had to be really close, or not really close, but within reasonable distance to the symphony hall. Okay, 2, I had to be really close to the water. If you guys didn't know, I can like walk to the lake in like 15 minutes. But I always ride my bike. I ride my bike here in like 5 minutes, okay? And then being close to the water, and then another one close to the highways too. You know, a lot of these places here in Ohio, like it takes forever to get out to the highway. It's like I go straight out. Right now there's a lot of construction, but for the most part, like excuse me, I can always just jump straight onto any major direction I need to go. You know, I can literally just jump on the highway, and I love. You know, there's pluses and minuses to that, because admittingly, it does mean that there's a lot of traffic, but here, if you guys follow me on my Instagram, you guys know I really dislike stoplights, and like everywhere I go, there's stoplights everywhere. Look, my house to my church is less than 8 miles. It's like 7.3 miles, okay? And that it takes me 35 minutes to drive 7 miles, okay? And it's because I'm not lying. There's 50 stoplights, okay? And that's running every stoplight. I'm saying 35 minutes, flooring it, just straight up, just running these lights, okay? I'm not lying. That's the only way. At 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning, when nobody is there, when nobody is on the street, it still takes 35 minutes. And if you sit there and wait, you're just going to be, I'm not lying, it's going to be the difference between 0 minutes and 15 minutes of all the time you've just sat at every stoplight. Especially, what I can't stand, sorry, I'm not going to complain anymore about this, but the thing about, I'm just saying, you don't see this shit in Texas is what I'm trying to say. Only like in the north. And I was like, this is so stupid. This is I understand that's how the stuff has been made here now, but it's just such a dumb design, for the highways and the way roads in general are here. But what I'm saying is here, everybody parks on the side of the road. So in these mornings when the roads are like, quote, 2 lanes, you have all these people that are not awake, that are just done. They're still drunk from partying on Saturday night. They're not moving their car until noon. So you have all these cars that you can't pass. You can't pass anybody. They're going slower than the speed limit, which is 25. And you can just see how aggravated I'm getting right now. I'm surprised I'm not like popping a forehead vein. But man, slow ass drivers driving in the morning slower than the speed limit on a Sunday morning. Okay, I'm saying that's why you have to speed through these stoplights, and that's why it makes the difference. Anyways, so yeah. So anyways, I live pretty close to Severance Hall. Okay, and that was the point of that. And I live close to the lake. Okay. I'm not going today. Okay, I got so much shit to do here. I haven't even eaten. Look, I haven't even got to cooking yet. Okay. I have all these dumb dishes to do. It's like even before I can cook. You know what I mean? I understand, yeah, I'm just talking a lot and going slow, but I'm just saying that was the point of my stream, to just talk and BS, whatever, while I do the cleaning. I'm really going to try to pick it up now with the cleaning, at least, and the cooking, because I really am effing hungry, guys. So I have no concerts coming up. Like I said, like if you guys follow, again, how many times? Someone's got to count how many times I said follow my live. If you followed my live streams, but I'm trying to save money right now because I use a lot of my dehumidifier and air conditioning, and I mean that sucks a lot of power. Okay, that's just what it does. So I went like 2 weeks not buying anything, which helped a little bit. It was really hard. If you guys really try to really go 7 days without buying anything, especially I'm saying using your credit card or your debit card. That's what I use. I use a debit card. Okay, man, that is hard. Okay, it's just like every day you wake up. Or I mean, at least me. Every day I wake up, it's like I need something, I need this, needed that, and so we're getting close to the cleaning. Okay, it's not everything, but it'll be enough. It's cleaned enough. So I can just get to cooking. Oh man, okay. Whew, I didn't even think about that. Have you guys followed one of my other live streams? I forgot on TikTok or something. I marinated a bunch of chicken and I froze it. So anyways, here we go. This thing where I should have put this out earlier. I got to de-thaw that chicken. And I don't know how good that's gonna be. We're gonna go with it. I mean, man, that thing is definitely not thawing out soon. I am really, really hungry, guys. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm effing starving right now. I'm like fainting because I have like low glucose right now. I know I have low glucose. So I could eat something else, guys, but it's a matter. It's like I want to eat rice. Okay, that's what it is. So and anyways, let's see, we got this. Okay, we're gonna clean up a little bit. So I gotta, one day, guys, I gotta do a lot of organization here in my kitchen, guys. I'm just having throwing shit. I move it off to the side. You know, that's just how it's been. Okay, look, we're gonna make some tea. Okay. Hopefully gives me a little boost. Green tea. I'm drinking oolong. Well, I have a mix. I drink one. I use 3 tea bags. Okay, one. You'll see. I'll do it now. 3 tea bags of and one of them is a Asian oolong tea. Okay, I'll show you, which is really nice. It's like, and you can definitely reuse it a number of times. Okay, so I'm taking these gloves off now. Okay, so I don't wear gloves all the time, guys, but you know, it's clearly, yeah, while I was doing those dishes, I wore gloves. Okay, let me show you. So I got this. Just some generic ass Lipton green tea. Okay, I use two of them. Okay, and I have to be straight up. The freshness on these, like, okay, when I opened it, I felt like the freshness was like 6 out of 10, and now it's got to be like 4 out of 10. Okay, and then this one, these are super fresh. These are the nice ones. And yeah, again, you guys follow my live streams, you guys, or other things, you guys saw I went to the Asian store, I bought these. So these are really nice. These foil wrapped ones are completely different. And plus, not only is it foil wrapped, these leaves are much more fuller and bigger than these Lipton. So I'll show you. We're gonna go with this. Okay, it's my drink from yesterday. We're gonna pour it in there once it steeps. Okay, we're gonna put all this stuff up. Do a little organization. We'll throw this away, throw that away. Clear this, clear that. Wash this, wash that. Yeah, I'm gonna push the camera a little off to the side for a second. Go right there. So my cats are pretty hungry. Actually, I forgot. I need to be feeding them. So I will be feeding them. Come on, boys. You hungry? Sorry. Yeah, I know you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting. Felix, you hungry, boy? Now you ready for some dinner time? You ready for some dinner time, little guy? You guys ready for some dinner? All right, well, water's done. I'm gonna steep this. Okay, I still got a lot of other dishes, kind of. Okay, we're only gonna do what I'm gonna need, guys. So I just need my wok pan. Oops. Because again, I am really tired. I'm like about to faint right now. Oh, I'm so tired. Here we go. I'll wash these last things. We're just gonna get to cooking. I'm not doing any more dishes. Okay, sorry, no more dishes. Okay, I'm effing hungry, and then the cooking's still gonna take an ass long time. My chicken is ice cold because I forgot to thaw it out. Or not ice cold, it's rock hard. Rock hard, guys. Okay, so here we go. Back to washing shit. Alright, so this is the pan we're using. Okay. I need to replace it. All my pans, except for one right now, need to be replaced. Okay, we got that. Okay, we're getting my tea. Okay, that's looking good already for the tea. Okay. And then I can just slow steep the rest. You don't have to use hot water unless you're trying to drink it right away. So I just let that steep, and here we go. This. Okay, and we are finally getting cooking with the rice. Okay, we're gonna mise en place some stuff. Can you guys see what I got going here? So the mise en place, pretty easy for the rice. I think I have new gloves too. These gloves are getting old. Yeah, these are getting thrown away. So if you guys ever use these gloves, they actually, it sounds dumb. It's like I still got to use them, but they're not good for cooking anymore. I still use them for the car, but they get like sticky or something. I can't explain it. Like they degrade or something, and they just get sticky all over. So anyways, look, here's what we got going for the rice. Got some garlic. We're gonna use all this. Okay, it's older garlic. I'm gonna move my trash can over here. Okay. Oh yeah, we're definitely. This isn't that much garlic. because these are like medium small cloves. I'll do this on camera. You can see what I'm doing. I'm peeling the garlic. And yeah, this is time consuming, but I don't like my garlic any other way. You know, preferably, well, it depends. If you can have larger cloves, that's always nice. But it's only me eating, so. Okay, there's 2 cloves. So I got 5 big cloves, and then like a group of small cloves that kind of make up another clove. Okay. And I used to smash my garlic. I don't do that at all. I do not like my garlic smashed at all. Okay, that's a trait of my cooking style. Is I never smash my garlic. And there's a lot of reasons. Well, you know, the reason why is there's garlic has a special enzyme, and then the second you break it and you smash it, you force that enzyme to start breaking down all the aromatic sulfur compounds that make garlic. So that's why I don't like doing that, because it starts tasting bad, and then all the flavor and the oils gets onto your knife and onto your cutting board, you know. So here we go. You guys can see what I'm doing. Good. Okay. We're gonna be cutting some garlic here. I just sharpened this knife a couple days ago. I went quite a while, maybe 2 weeks without ever sharpening it. So it's really sharp now, and this is like my go-to knife at the moment. So I don't care about the pieces. Just a small medium chop. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I guess what I was saying. Because garlic's real easy to have like some really big chunks, and then some, you know, an uneven size is what I'm saying of cutting with garlic. And sometimes I take better time. Like, this is the way to get it more even. That's what I didn't want to do, to slice the garlics like this, and basically cut them all like squarely. Okay, but I'm not cutting them squarely. We're getting them cut. Okay. What else am I putting here? So we're not using olive oil. I do not use olive oil anymore. Sorry, Rachel Ray. Okay. I used to watch a lot of Rachel Ray, and she cooks with olive oil, which I still cook with a lot of oil, but I'm just saying specifically for Asian rice, it's the wrong flavor. Okay. So we got the garlic. What else is gonna go in there? Okay. We're gonna need my peppercorns to marinate. Okay, then I have some chicken stock, some beef stock. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, look, I got some good shit today, guys. So then we got the beef stock, which I always do, but these are new. I probably should have picked up more. These were 4 for $1. I couldn't believe it. Look at these bouillon cubes, these Maggi bouillon cubes. So we're gonna use 2 of them. Okay, 2 bouillon cubes. Woo! Oh man, that is about to kick this shit up a notch. Okay, we're gonna do 1 onion too. Okay, because I like onion, and I always add more onion and stuff. Okay, this plate, it's clean. Okay, trust me, it's clean. Okay. Okay, let's mise en. Let's cut an onion. Ooh, oh my god, we got some extra ingredients that I don't normally always have, guys. Okay, we got my onion and we got ginger. Oh my god, that is what's going in this rice. So here we go, full onion, and this onion is going to be a fine chop. That's what we're going for, fine chop. Now this onion's still pretty good. I've had it for about a week and a half, which is a little bit longer. because it's kind of what happens. So these onions happen to have a really thin skin, but when you leave them there for a really long time, or the onions get really old, then this outer skin, that last outer onion part or layer, it becomes like a skin. You know what I'm saying? And I like to remove it. I mean, you could eat it. I mean, it's not like that, but texture wise, it's completely different. It's not going to have that like fresh like cucumber crunch that like a full fresh onion has. So these onions just have like a really annoying thin skin. Luckily, they're coming off nice and easy. Now the way these are you cut the onions like that, and then like that, and then like that. So that's what I'm about to do with these. Ooh, I love onions, guys. Absolutely love onions. See, this is a lot of work, but once my rice is done, guys, it's just going to be so nice to just open my fridge and just grab some rice. And just, it already tastes amazing. I just have to heat it up in the microwave, you know what I'm saying? So we don't eat that little butt part. And guys, I tried composting. I really did. I can't do it here. It's too cold. Okay, and all my areas are too shaded. Okay, so we got that. The last thing, see that onion kind of bunched up. We're gonna go with the meatiest part of the ginger right here. And we're gonna put this in a bag. And we're gonna put this. So I'm gonna cut this ginger down. I'm gonna leave it out. We're not gonna do it now, but I'm gonna cut it down and I'm gonna freeze it. Okay, so that's what the plan is for this ginger. And man, ginger is awesome. I love ginger, guys. So with the ginger, I just cut thin slices, okay? Because it's also one of the last things that we're gonna cook. And plus also these thin slices, this way, because I mean, I guess you could, but when I'm done, I don't eat the ginger. I remove it, okay? So that's the ginger there, 2 bouillon cubes. We got my peppercorns, okay? Now let's go. We're gonna remove the camera and you guys, we are gonna cook, okay? All right, so I have to have my vent on. It's gonna be a little bit noisy or whatever, but I hope you guys can still hear. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this, okay? My apple tree. I have 3 apple trees, okay? This is the only one for the very first time this year had apples. I probably had 150 to 200 apples, okay? Every single apple I lost to squirrels, okay? Until this morning, I went out there and this was the last apple on the tree, and I was like, I'm picking this and I'm eating it for myself. I wanted to see how it tasted, so it wasn't really, it's almost ready to go. So actually it tastes really good. The flesh is really crisp, really like tart. It's ready to go. I just wish I had more of them. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna cook here on this side too, so you can see what I'm doing. Here's the vent. Getting all my stuff ready, guys. Okay. Got my rice cooker out. Got my cooking towel. Okay, cooking towels. Definitely important, guys. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Cooking on high. Okay. Corn oil. That's what we got. And I always use this Mazola brand, guys. I think this corn oil tastes great. I've always used it. So I'm gonna let the pan heat up a tad just to kill off everything in the pan. And the way I see that, I wait for the residual water to evaporate, and we'll throw this oil in there. Okay. I mean, everything's gonna die anyways. Put a good amount of oil. Okay. Throw the garlic in right away because we want this oil to infuse with the garlic. And this is hot, guys. This is it gets really hot. Okay. So there we go. You see my garlic and the oil getting together. Okay. The other one too. The peppercorns. Oh look, I put them in 2 separate times. I put a couple in now, and we're gonna throw some more in later. But you also want that peppercorn to infuse in there. Okay, once I see like 50% of the garlic's starting to brown, and I throw the rice in, and you have to be on top of the stirring with the rice, guys. Again, you guys watch my other cooking live streams. You guys understand that making rice is a labor of love, and you can immediately tell like when a rice has been stirred enough and has not been stirred enough. Okay, so there we go. Okay. Just want to get it, or not just want to, we do want them covered. Okay, and again, now what we're looking for, guys, is I hope you can see, is we're looking for the rice to turn all white. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and throw in the ginger. Okay, I want to cook in the ginger right now. This is it now. It's gonna be, let's time it. I mean, it's gonna be a minute. It's quite a bit of stirring that we got to do. You don't have to go too fast, but you do have to keep it moving. And also not just moving, but fold it like you're folding batter. That's the important part. You can see now it's about like 10% getting white. Not only does it change color, they inflate, they get bigger, and it tastes different. You get like this really nice umami flavor. We're gonna do something a little bit different because I got the bouillon cubes. I want them to dissolve. So we got to taste it first. Okay, we're gonna use 2. Because I want it to dissolve. You know what I'm saying? So beef broth. Getting hot. Getting hot, but man, I can taste it, guys. Oh my God, I got another ingredient, guys. Oh my God. The last number 2. Oh my God, Chinese epping sausage. If you guys have not eaten Chinese sausage in your rice, and you guys are missing out. Yeah, I gotta cut it up. And I ain't put it in now. The Chinese sausage is, I mean, put it in whenever, but I like to put it in now because I like to have it cooked down. It's got fat, and I want it to crisp up. You know what I'm saying? And then not get soggy. That's how I can't explain it. It cooks differently when you have it pre-cooked. So here we go. We got 2 small Chinese sausage. I need to buy more of this. I keep forgetting. This is something I always forget to buy. I don't eat it all the time, but Chinese sausage. Man, I'm good. What's okay? Look, you can already see the fat from the Chinese sausage just coming out. It's crazy. See, that's why you got to stir it. You see how I burned this? There's a lot of burned stuff now. Or not burned, but brown, which is fine. But okay, it's getting there. It's really hot, guys. Really effing hot. So the rice, it reacts differently when it's this hot. I don't know if you can see it. When I stir it, it stirs differently. Okay, we're getting there. Say we're like 75% of the white and the puffiness and of the toasting. This is the secret, guys, for the fried rice. I'm telling you, to do this, not just making regular rice. I'm telling you, doing this. And I learned this making risotto. I used to never do this until I learned how to make risotto. And I'm really not a risotto fan. Okay, I'm Asian. You know, you see the kind of rice I like to eat. But I've eaten it. Okay. You know, I'm at a restaurant and they have a nice risotto, like mushroom risotto. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get a mushroom risotto. Okay, so it's really hot, getting right. Okay, now for the color and a light flavor, turmeric. Okay, this is how I get this is how you get the yellow in the rice. And it also lets you know if you're stirring the rice enough. Because only until you've stirred the rice enough will it look even. Oh my God! Yes. Guys, this is coming together. Okay, I'm gonna put a touch more turmeric. Okay, and this is something I like. My mom doesn't like turmeric. She never did. There's a lot of things. My mom doesn't like rosemary either, and I love rosemary on chicken, on bread. You know, she doesn't. Anyways, but the turmeric. So at least the turmeric with the rice, like this. This is some. She uses turmeric, but she uses it in a different style. Anyways, but it's getting there with evenness. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the evenness. So here we go. I'm gonna throw in some last minute pepper kernels. Okay, I like pepper, guys. If you haven't noticed. Okay, and then boom, the yellow onion or white onion or sweet onion. Whatever onions I have right now, and That's it. I don't cook the onions at all. We're just mixing it up. Okay. In here. Okay, well I'll have to give this a big stir because these bouillon cubes are not dissolving. I'm gonna try to break them up real quick. Good. Oh yeah, they break up. Okay, yeah, I'm breaking up these bouillon cubes. Because that's the last thing you guys want is to have a big chunk of salt. You know what I'm saying? Or a big chunk of whatever. Okay? Good. Yeah, I turned the heat off already. Okay? And then, here you go. This is, I got 2 bouillon cubes and then unsalted beef broth, one quart. And I'm going to add a little bit more water at the end. We're going to see. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not very well. So we're scraping everything out. I love it because the wok and when the rice is oiled like it comes like clean off the pan. Look at that. So here we go. So I have 7 cups of rice. Okay, and there's a lot of things you have to keep in mind. Like if you're adding the onion is going to add a lot of moisture. So it's like already. I'm not going to add anything. Okay. We'll look if halfway in if it needs more. Okay, but we're gonna look. My rice cooker is right there. Okay, if I need to add more water is what I was saying. I got a timer on, 11 minutes. Okay, that's what I always do with rice. Is you stir it in the middle. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Now for this chicken. How are we gonna defrost this chicken quickly, guys? I'll show you what we got to eat. Veg wise. Okay, let me just make sure I got all my stuff. So, I got these Indian chili peppers. I mean, they're okay, guys. I mean, I'll just say they're good. They're good to add into food. They're not spicy at all. Okay, that's I guess my point. So we got 4 of those. Okay, and these are a pepper, the guys, that the Asian store never had. I don't know why they didn't have it. Then we got, I forget what this is, but it's like the Asian lettuce bok choy stuff. We got the whole bag. Okay. So again, here's what I'm saying. So I need more garlic. We're gonna come back over here now, since we're gonna mise en place. We got to mise en place this stuff. Okay, so just some other stuff going on. I got a corn on the cob, okay, and we're gonna keep that out here, okay. I got this other new guys. I paid $1.50 for this, so I'm just really excited that this was so cheap. And I'm gonna use this middle garlic. I like this one. It has pink, a little bit of the purple. So, you know, fresh garlic is completely different, guys. When you're using like powdered garlic, it's like you gotta like really watch out using it. But like fresh garlic, I mean, it seems like you can just use it a lot. Okay. So anyways, I want 2 more cloves. Whoops. 2 more cloves. Okay. That's 2 more cloves. 2 more cloves. And as far as the chopped, I just want these like sliced semi, a small slice. Ooh man, these garlics are so firm. So these. So I'm not going to cut another onion, okay, since I have this veg here. Nice. So these are pretty big chunks, and we're gonna crisp it up. I like my garlic like that, big and crispy. Okay, so here's the mise en place for the garlic. Okay, I got a lime here, an old lime. We're gonna cut another lemon. Okay, we're gonna cut these finger peppers. These are pretty good. I've been eating these. We're cutting off the tips, like you cut off green beans. Okay, and I'm a fan of green beans. I just haven't bought a million. So these not too small, not too big either. I like these peppers. These are pretty good. The flavor's really light. I like the way the flesh is. That's what I like about them. Okay, got those. Then we're going to be using pepper. We're going to be using canola oil. These are all going to get chopped once. It looks like a lot too. I mean, I guess it is a lot, but you'll see once this cooks, once even like you put it in the pan for like a minute, and it's going to just like totally shrink down. Okay. So give them a rough chop. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay. And the way we season this, we have a pretty good. That tastes real good. Oh my god. Okay. We got a little bit of fish sauce. Okay. We got a dash of sesame oil. We got pepper. Okay. We got mushroom soy sauce. Okay, that's it. That's what we'll be using in this. Okay, let me see if there's any other type of peppers I might be able to throw in there veg-wise. Okay, that's it veg-wise, and I'm just trying to eat more tomatoes. We're cutting these tomatoes in. I'm throwing it in with the rice. Okay, I forgot it. I just want to incorporate it. Oh, motherfucker. Especially since I buy these, because again, I'm buying so many tomatoes, guys, but it's like I'm so bad at eating them, I just throw them all away. So these are some super fresh tomatoes. So, and again, it's weird. Tomatoes are berries, guys. Oh man, that tastes amazing. Okay, just rough chop these. About to throw these in right now to the rice. This should be part of the rice. Yeah, so I definitely don't need to add any water because I'm adding so much extra liquid with the onion and then now these 3 tomatoes. This is going to be a lot of extra liquid. If anything, I might have to add another cup of rice to keep the consistency that I like for the fried rice, which is I like my rice really dry, guys. I don't like it soft and sticky. I like it like really firm and crunchy. Okay. We're going to go ahead and throw these in now. Okay, just because I can, I'm gonna throw in one more. I have to open my new bag of rice. We're gonna throw in one more cup of rice. So I can just tell, guys, like, if it's too soft, guys, it completely messes up the rice, guys. Perfect. Oh yeah, now I see it. It's coming together. Woo, yeah, I needed that extra thing of rice. Extra cup of rice. Nice. Nice. Okay, we're also going to make a protein shake. Okay. Clean up a little bit. Protein shake. Okay. Luckily, I have a hoard of soy milk. Guys, if you guys know, soy milk's been hard to find. Or not been hard to find, it just is hard to find. Okay, so we got my mixing bottle here. Take the soy, give it a shake. And really, I mean, I'll show you the protein stuff that I have right now. I just got it because it's a big bulk. I got like, how many pounds I got? Let me see. But flavor-wise, I don't like it that much. I like muscle milk, the muscle milk protein shakes. So, but this was like double the amount for the same price as and that's why I got it. I was like, what the hey, I'll try it out. I'm telling you, the muscle milk, in my opinion, I don't know what they do with their powder, but man, it tastes the best in my opinion. And yeah, I'm gonna find something, a movie. I'm watching a DVD. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, guys. I got a lot of new stuff. I'll show it to you. I'm gonna look right now after this. I kind of got some time in between, or a lot of time in between getting this cooked I think I might just throw this into the air fryer and just have like on a really low heat, just to get it de-thawed faster or whatever. So. So I usually top off the protein shake with like more milk or more soy milk or whatever. But like I said, this shake or whatever, it's like really thick. I don't like extremely thick. I don't like to be drinking like milkshakes. You know, I don't know if that's how these are supposed to be, but like I still like mine to just kind of be like a slightly thicker milk. You know, I don't like it to be like ice cream. You know, so anyways, what I was saying, so that's why I added water with this one, because using any more milk, or especially the soy milk, it gets way too thick. So got this one going. And I'm making this for later. I need to get another protein cup. I really should, so that I can have like more than one of these ready at all the times. Because I don't like to get. I'll just say I know when I am not doing enough to be eating protein, I have to take one of these. You know what I'm saying? And it's more about getting the essential amino acids, you know, that you're not getting unless you're just eating constant complete proteins. So, but like a lot of proteins may be complete, but they really still lack like in one of the essentials, like madly. You know, like sunflower seeds is one of them. They may have like a complete profile, but like when you break it down, I think it's like I forget which one. One of them, it's like it doesn't have a lot, and they were like saying you have to get another source for this amino acid or whatever. All right, so the rice just popped. Okay, I'm gonna stir it. Here, I'm just gonna turn the camera. Okay, you can see what I'm doing over there. I'm gonna stir it. I think it might need to be still cooking a little bit more. I'm gonna unplug it. Okay, I'll turn the heat off. Oh man, oh, this is ready to go. Ooh, oh my god. Okay, so we're taking this out. Okay, and you see what I do, okay? This is the secret for rice, man. Now, you have to stir it and cool it. See all the steam coming off, guys? This is, you're stopping the cooking and you're reducing the moisture substantially versus just letting it sit there. And you actually have to blow on it, because the blowing action is actually increasing the cooling and evaporation versus just letting it. Right now it's, well, I'll just say you should blow on it or get a fan, a small little fan. And you're going to see it start just like a gravy. The rice really starts setting up once it loses this moisture. You see those tomatoes, they're still like pretty like raw. That's how I like them. This is also preventing the rice from just burning on the bottom too, especially if you leave it in the pot or leave it in the cooker, I mean. So now we're going to taste some of the rice. Some of it's still uncooked. Oh my God, wow. That Chinese sausage puts another dimension of flavor. Okay. So you don't want all the moisture to go out. So now you cover it. Wrong side. And that's it. I'm gonna put this off to the side, guys. But that's how the rice goes, okay? And now, see how is anything hot? We're gonna get this chicken going. I should have done this chicken first, absolutely in the beginning, but whatever. That's just what happened, okay? So these are dishes I need to clean. Okay, the end of this foil. Okay, I'm not going to use that. Because that inner part of the foil, that last inner part of the foil has glue. And when you have that heated up, that glue is gonna like permeate into your food. So I don't use that last part. I will play a little bit of piano, okay, too. Here, probably while the chicken's cooking. I'll just improvise some stuff, okay? All the pieces I've been working on. The main two pieces I've been working on are just that Chopin waltz. I literally just memorized, and then still the Opus 25 number 2. So even this too. This very last part has glue on it. Okay, let's see what I can do with. Okay, because I got to be creative, and these are secret ways to keep chicken moist while you're cooking it. So I'm gonna roast this corn on the bottom, is what I'm saying. I gotta trim it down a little bit so it fits. Okay, got this corn. Then I'm gonna have a whole line. Okay, this is what a lot of the moisture is gonna come from. All this stuff will keep the chicken super moist. I usually use an onion. An onion usually does it as well. But like I said, I'm just not eating an onion today. I'm looking for other stuff I can throw in there in the bottom real quick, guys. Oh, okay, perfect. Perfect. And then I have some snow peas. So, okay, that's it. I'm not putting this. There becomes a point when like you're trying to eat, or at least with me, it's just like too much stuff. It's just better to just eat all one thing and keep it simple. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I guess I'm gonna roast this. Okay, I was debating. I'll have to flavor it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the husk on. It's gonna dry out. Okay. Let's see, we'll do chicken. Okay, look, I made that tea stuff and I didn't even drink it. Here we go. Man, that tea tastes amazing. So I'm trying to drink more tea. Okay, interestingly, I'll just say all the old people in most Asian families drink tea, but like the younger generation, like me, or first generation people, yeah, we'll be there if it's like you're going to like dim sum and there's tea, but like when you're at home, no one's drinking tea. Everyone's popping out a soda or Starbucks, you know. So, anyways, I'm trying to do the tea. It's obviously supposed to be healthy. So here we go. We got this lemon. We're gonna chop it up. Okay, the chicken. So the chicken, I'm gonna have to we're just throwing it in now. I'm trying to de-thaw it, and then once it's de-thawed and everything, after a little bit on a real low heat, then I'll put a dry rub on it, because I should have done this earlier. Is what I was saying, because this is it's like a block of ice right here. You know, if I was really lazy, you know, I'll just say there's other stuff. You can see there's like carrots. All the stuff I was marinating in there is just like literally stuck. So we're gonna put it on a real low heat first. Just enough to de-thaw the skin so I can stretch the skins out, because I always put toothpicks in the skins also. That's so that you can stretch the skin and get it super crispy and it doesn't move. But right now it's rock hard. So here we go. Real low heat, guys. Okay, we're gonna do 20. We'll do 20 minutes on 220. Really low heat, guys. 220. And I need to clean my air fryer. The handle broke off and stuff. Man, this thing is a trooper. I have another air. Again, a lot of all my appliances, at least for the kitchen, I have backups right away, because you know, I make all meals. I don't, and so I have two air fryers. I have 4 ovens. I have 3 microwaves. Those are the important ones. I have a lot of other miscellaneous. I just picked up another look. I want to show you this, guys. I didn't show you this, but I picked up a small convection oven. So here's the deal. I have a really big small oven. It's an oyster oven. It's a nice one. Okay, I think you guys seen it. Opens up French style. What I wanted to say, well, that's nice, is because for example, I can put both fries and a full-size pizza in there and cook that, and that's a different method. Man, it makes a pizza so perfect, guys. Okay. Anyways, sometimes it's too big, so I still need a smaller oven, and I only like convection ovens, the ones with the fans. That's essentially what this is, but the fans are a little stronger. And I've also been wanting to change out the fans in one of these, like with a higher, it's like a computer fan, okay, is what it is. So you just find the millimeter rating, like 100 millimeters, 120, I don't know what it is, 80, and then change it out. So anyways, I got another oven for $5. It just needs cleaning, but it works, and it's convection. It's so sweet. I want to show it to you right here. I just picked this up. I bought this full price, guys, and I didn't even look this up. I picked this up this Saturday. Okay, look. Cuisinart. Whoops. Cuisinart. They only wanted $5 for this, guys. And yeah, I'll just say, yeah, it's dirty, but it's not too. It just needs to be cleaned. Okay, it's by far not junk. Okay, and it works. It heats up and everything. And this is what I'm saying. This is the perfect size. Now it's like if I just want, because what I'm saying is a lot of stuff in the air fryer. There's certain things you cannot cook in the air fryer. Like one is you cannot bake a pizza. Because it heats from the top, and you need the heat from the bottom. But then, say I want to heat something up, so I'll be making my fries in the air fryer, and what I was saying is like you cannot the fries. you know, that you can't overload an air fryer is what I was saying when you're really trying to crisp something up, or it depends on how you're trying to use it. But anyways, if you're trying to make French fries, for the most part, it's like you got to have just the fries in there, and you can't overload it, so you can flip them and turn them or whatever. So I still need something else, another oven is what I was saying, to like bake whatever it is that I'm baking without the big oven, because man, that stuff, it heats up so much. And that's why, if you guys didn't notice, I don't have my vent on too high, but I always use my air fryer right here under my vent, so that all the heat directly goes into my vent. I'm telling you, that makes all the difference. And that's what I was saying, that the other oven, it kind of doesn't fit. That's why I want a smaller oven here, so that it can vent up there. And the other thing you guys can't see is also my vent. This is not going to happen now. I'm just saying in the future, I need to extend this out so that the actual vent is over these front burners, which are the biggest burners. But this, I'll just say, this still works really nice. But I need to clean it too. It's really it's embarrassing, guys. Okay, it's not Gordon Ramsay like Hell's Kitchen or whatever her kitchen shows, nasty, but it's there. So for this, for the chicken, I'll show you what we got. Okay, I like rosemary, so I got some. Yeah, I got real rosemary. I'm gonna go grab some real rosemary from my garden. Okay. Yeah. So bear with me. This is why I like growing stuff. And again, it's like, I like rosemary on my chicken. My mom never did. So I'm gonna go grab some rosemary. Here we go with my scissors. Okay guys, woo! This is what I love about this time of the year. Why I spend so much time in my garden, because this makes it all worth it. I'm telling you, for the food. Okay, look, my rosemary plant, okay? That's all I need, just for one chicken, okay? Oh my God, it smells so good. I like literally, like I smelled that, and like I got like a chill down my back, you know? Woo! So, and again, you know, holistic healer, you know, clairvoyant, astral projector, you know, my channel's not a joke. Okay, and then here we go. This is the Italian basil. I have both the Asian basil and the Chinese or whatever. But man, this smells great. Actually, I think this is a mint. Yeah. Okay, we're still gonna go with it. I'm gonna go grab the basil. I got the wrong one. Okay. So I just got like a little bit of everything because I'm gonna put some of this mint in my drink so this year, guys, I have some here. So this is the Asian mint. Okay. Then here's the basil. So it doesn't have too much of a basil odor. That's why it was kind of tricking me. Okay, so we got the basil, Asian basil, and the rosemary. But then this spearmint. Yeah, this is spearmint. Okay, so we got this, and this is what I'm putting in my drink with my tea. Okay, guys. So we're gonna add one of these lemons in here. Okay, and I'm not gonna muddle the leaves, okay, but believe me, just throwing them in here, it's gonna infuse like crazy. Okay, so this one, okay, yeah, this is a mint. It's just the leaves, guys. Then we're going to add one of my favorites, the lime. Okay, it's a whole lime. Okay. Let's see what else. So we have the tea in there. Okay, so we have this. See, this is the other tea that I've just cold steeped. This is the second brew, cold steep. See, it's not as dark, but it's still there, you know. So that's what we got. We're gonna put the rest of this in here. Okay. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna throw those away. That's it. They're done. Okay. Then let's see what else we got. What else can we got for the drink? Okay, let's see how our chicken's looking. Okay, so it's dry. It's good. It's dried out. We're gonna work on the chicken real quick. Oh yeah, you see all this stuff. These are the apple slices. We're just gonna leave that on the bottom. Garlics. This is the skin. Okay, you see how the skin is like sagging? That's why we're going to use a toothpick and we're going to snug it into place. That way, oh sorry, you guys can't see. That way you don't get like shrinkage, you know, with the skin. That's one of my biggest things. Not only the shrinkage, actually, it's the skin that is keeping the chicken moist. So especially on these corner parts, so that corner, it's gonna get dry. But what I'm saying, there's gonna be a huge difference pinning this in versus letting it shrink back, and then this whole area, that whole edge of the chicken will be all dry. You know, so this is what this is preventing. And so that's good. And then I always season the bottom first. Okay. So it's already pretty salty, but we're gonna add, this is just some generic seasoning salt. Okay, not Lowry's, the Tony Chicary's or whatever. Okay. Then we got salt-free garlic herb rub. Okay. This is just like, it's the same shit I put on everything. Here, we were missing the rosemary. Oh no, it's because I got real rosemary. Just keep tripping. I keep tripping. Okay. So the rosemary is more important too, because it's going to immediately fall off right there. Actually, guys, you're going to see pepper. Okay. So these herbs are really more for this top side too. I should have opened this up actually real quick. Sorry, we'll put this toothpicks back in. We're gonna put some of the leaves and stuff inside. So that's what makes it taste good. Okay. Yeah, we'll put these on the inside, and then on the top, I'll put the dried rosemary on the top. But the inside is getting the real rosemary. I mean, and that is going to infuse. The same thing with this basil and stuff. Stuff the basil inside. And I've tried this. You don't, while you can put a vegetable or a pepper or something under here, I don't do that, because what's going to happen is the pepper or whatever you put in there is going to prevent the skin from crisping. So that's why I don't do that. So here we go. So now I'll put the toothpicks back in. We got that inside with that real rosemary. Okay, that's good enough. Right here, let's. Okay, we're gonna keep it like that with the corn right under there. That's what's gonna keep it crisp. And so here you go. So now we got, again, seasoning salt. So, okay, skin's already really salty, guys. Okay, and these lemons on the side. So these keep, especially like the edges of the chicken on the bottom, moist. Okay, and they'll also just cook in. I really wish I had something on the bottom to cook. Like, even if I may even just do it now, and just, so I'm gonna throw in these potatoes on the bottom. I don't know. We're gonna say we're going like that. Okay, that's it. I just feel like I can be cooking so much more. Sorry. Pepper on the skin. Okay. Garlic herb. Okay, and you also want to pat this down initially too, because not until the skin starts making some oil, this stuff won't stick. Okay. And then the last one, rosemary. Mom, where's my rosemary? Okay, here we go. Rosemary. So this chicken takes a little bit longer because it's a complete chunk. It's the breast and the chicken, but Okay, so now we're gonna do 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes at 350. 30 minutes at 350, okay? And that's it, okay? For the chicken. Got my rice done. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, got all my mise en place and stuff. Okay, we're gonna put a timer on here, 28 minutes, so I hear this timer. Okay, I'm gonna go freshen up, okay? I'm gonna put on a shirt, and then we're gonna play the piano for like, while this cooks for 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I might add some time, okay? we're gonna, excuse me, bring it back up to 30 minutes. Okay. And then, so that's a little bit less than 30 minutes. You can play the piano. So that's what's happening now. Because I know some people, they are only interested in piano for my channel. Okay, I know that. But like I said, for me, like, I like to include, it's important for me to include everything, like the gardening and the cooking. Excuse me, I'm dying. I need to go get my drink. I'm going to turn this fan off. Excuse me. All right. Here we go. We got one viewer. Okay, great. So, I don't know what I want to play for you. I'm definitely just going to improvise a little bit. What I like to do. Excuse me. Okay, that's like literally perfect timing. The timer just went off. I'm gonna put that on my TikTok. It's gonna be crazy.